to talk to you about how learning by mirroring is very important instead of trying to improvise. So my advice is mirror instead of improvise. Let me give you some examples. First, for credibility, my name is Khaled. I have been a dentist for 20 years. I run my own dental practice, Lakeside Dental Spa in Harvey Bay. And I took it from 1 chair to 10 chairs and from 3 staff members to close to 40 staff members over the course of 20 years. And you can check my details below. So what I mean by learning by mirroring, I'll give you 2 examples. And those 2 examples to 2 of my colleagues. One of them wanted to learn how to do all-on-4. And they did some courses, I think with the Mayo Clinic or something, or from Portugal. They come in Australia and do some cadaver courses. And they also attended some appointments with me when I was performing a surgery and taking impressions or scans and delivering. So they saw all the steps from start to finish. And the thing with all-on-4 or full arch treatments, there is a workflow that you need to follow, and there are different schools of different people to use different ways to follow this workflow. But this dentist has learned the workflow and understood it in full, and then went ahead and started doing their own cases. And then they gave me a call a few months later and saying that, they're having some troubles with their cases, or some of the implants are failing or something. It's like, okay, let's meet up and show me like everything, your records, x-rays, radiographs, your models, all the records that you have for all those cases, show it to me. And then I realized that they are just deviating, or they deviated a lot from the workflow, and so from certain aspects of the treatments I discussed with them in details before. And when I questioned them, like, why did you choose to do it differently than what we went through together? It's like, I thought, if I do it this way, it might be better. If I improvise here, it will be better. And my advice, do not improvise. I'll come to it a bit more. So the fact they improvised instead of following the workflow has led to failure, simply because there are certain steps that you have to adhere to, and if you can't, the case is not going to go into a right direction. Another one of my colleagues as well gave me a call and asked me some question about an all-on-4 case that wasn't going according to plan. And when I asked them about, okay, run me through, like, how did you, like, what was your workflow? And it's like, I scanned this way, I tried to mill a temporary in-house or print a temporary in-house, and I tried to attach this temporary to those impression copings and those temporary abutments. Like, I was like, where did you learn this workflow? No, I thought just, I make an experience of different things that I've learned. I'm trying to, on this page, it's like, why would you try something different? Just stick to the workflow that everyone understands, or that what you have been taught, instead of trying to improvise. So here's what I'm gonna come to you into. If you want to learn a new procedure, and this could be like all-on-4, could be single implants, could be multiple veneers, 10-unit veneers, like 10 crowns, full smile analysis, DSD, could be root canal treatments even, single molar endo, whatever it could be, putting braces on patients and doing orthodontics, Invisalign aligners. There's a lot of different school of thoughts out there, and there are different ways of doing things. My advice is learn by mirroring, do not improvise, and I will tell you when you can improvise. So let's say you want to learn all-on-4. You do your courses with a certain clinic. I don't want to mention names, so I don't do any ad for any clinic. Or maybe I will. I mean, I learned my all-on-4 from Dr. Alex Febashenko, for example, all-on-4 clinic. And I did some courses before with Nobel Bike Care. I did my training with him in his practice, and I followed his workflow exactly. I did not improvise, because his workflow was very successful. I did everything he told me. I did not improvise. Learning by mirroring from someone who has done something is the best and easiest way to learn. I started to improvise maybe after 100 arches. When I reached to number 100, you know what? Instead of doing titanium with acrylic, maybe I'll do titanium with zirconium. I start to improvise after 100 arches, not before that. My advice to you, learn by mirroring. Do not improvise. Do not get to the urge that you want to try, well, if I scan this way or mill this way, I will add resin instead of PMMA, or I did do like freehand wax ups, and I do a suck down, and you just suck down. Just relax. I don't want to swear, but just relax and follow the workflow. Improvise after you do 100 cases. When you do 100 cases with a certain workflow, you have enough experience now to improvise, and if you do improvise, you have enough experience to track back and follow the initial workflow. First 100 cases, mirror, do not improvise. If you find this information helpful, make sure you like and share with your friends and colleagues. If you want to hear more about my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and you'll be notified when more videos are released. Thank you so much for listening to me. It means a lot to me.